Well, hi friends, Doc South here, and we just I'm going to be heading off to work pretty soon, and I don't know. I went and looked up my days off this past the past year back in what is it 2020, and gosh, I think I worked that whole year. I think I put in 300 days worth of work. Normally, you wouldn't do that. Normally you'd get gee, if nothing else, about 100 days off just for weekends and then vacation. But I had very little vacation, some, but not quite enough. And I think I and many of my fellow supermarket workers at many stores, there was just too much to do, and that's fine. Happy to do what I can to put food on the table for folks. The But I got to thinking. I guess with Sandy, I was thinking about. We were kind of thinking of some of the vacations we used to go on when we were first married. I had my own store and I had helpers, so on occasion we could get a week or two off, and it was rather fun. Many a time it would be a road trip. We'd just get hop in the van and off we'd go. Flip a coin, and head east, west, north, or south, and have ourselves a ball. But a lot of times it was kind of fun to take some money out of the till and take Amtrak somewhere. Yeah, that I've got to tell you, it's fun to ride on a train. Not, I guess it's not for everyone, but I dig it. And Sandy, I think, liked it too. You get yourself one of those sleeper car little roomettes, and you just look out the window at the world going by. A lot of junkyards, and you're down along the rivers and running through the mountain passes and such. And it's actually, I find it great fun. The only thing could be better would be if they let me up front so I could sit with the engineer. I'd like that, but I don't. They don't. They seem to frown on that thought. Although usually you can go to the back of the train and look out the back window. No one seems to be too upset about that, and that's kind of fun to do. But yeah, we've gone to Orlando by train. It was, and of course, at the end of the line, it's Disney World. What could be wrong with that trip? You're all rested from being on the train. Those sleeper cars, man, you're just out like a light. Uh, it doesn't take long at all at nighttime to just conk right out. We used to go to Port Charlotte, Florida. That's on the Gulf Coast. Sandy's parents lived down there, and while they were alive, we tried to make a point of going down there for a few days. Beautiful part of the world. We went out to Cincinnati, Ohio, on train, yeah, by on Amtrak. We went. Let's see, you had to go down to Washington D.C. and then you had to hop. There was a train that would go from Washington D.C. I believe to Chicago, but it went through Cincinnati, and it went through this beautiful gorge. I think the New River Gorge. Yeah, look it up. It's a beautiful gorge. I don't. I guess I'm not so sure there's roads through it, but the railroad goes through, and you get on the right side of the train. There's lots to see. A beautiful, beautiful river, all rapids and stuff. Yeah, and then when you get to Cincinnati, there's more museums than you can shake a stick at, zoos and things like. Yeah, pretty cool. We would often go to Pittsburgh. Nothing wrong with Pittsburgh. Beautiful, again, a beautiful city. Museums at the Yin Yang and things to see and do. We went to St. Albans, Vermont, at the very northern end of Vermont, and we'd stay for a few days. There were all these mountains around, and of course, you could cross Lake Champlain on a ferry boat and visit northern New York State that way. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. And we used to go down to Charleston, South Carolina, too, where there's again more than enough things to see. Uh, Beautiful. The Navy has a nice area there where you can tour many of the warships from the past. I don't think they'll let you on a modern day ship, but yeah, the older destroyers and aircraft carriers and such are berthed there, and they're a blast to walk through. And then on Amtrak, the meals are good. You sit in the dining car and munch away. I don't know. To me, it couldn't be a better way to go. Planes are nice. It's fun to look out at the clouds and everything, but I don't know. It's kind of nice too to be riding through the junkyards and past the factories and the cities and out into the country on a train too. It's I don't know. I find it fun. You might like it too. You might want to consider. I'm sure you can go to Amtrak's website and see all the details. And it's honestly not a king's ransom when you consider the amount of time you'll be on the train. I think it's fairly reasonable and certainly fun. And here in North Jersey, usually you get the train in Newark. There's you can get someone to drive you down to Newark, and off you go into the train station, and bingo, you're next thing you know, you're southbound or northbound, one or the other. Take your pick. Kind of cool. Oh, I don't know. I just thought I'd say, I again, about the only gripe I would have with Amtrak is doggone it, they won't let me in the engine. Probably just as well. I did get a ride in an engine once. Yes, I did. I can't say what line, but I did get invited on to, up front and rode for about 3 hours. Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of cool. But again, got to kind of mum's the word on that one. I got to say it's cool to be up front. It's you'd be surprised just how much there is to see up there and how much you got to keep your eyes open. No sleeping up there in the cab. No, sir. Okay. Anyway, I'll see you later, friends. Just thought I'd say, and I hope you have a good day. Okay? See you later. Bye now. God bless.